What do you mean by NDD and what happens in this? How you come to this status or conclusion of this?
So in terms of if you come to me as a doctor, I will do a number of tests. And often I am not the only one doing the test. I will have a psychologist doing a test for thinking and reasoning. I will look at maybe the profile of social communication. There will be a speech and language therapist looking at the way they speak and they communicate. And then we will all get together and we'll say, okay, what is the best diagnosis for this child? When children are very young, particularly under the age of 6, we are a little hesitant about giving them a label or a diagnosis, because we know that if they get early intervention, some children might improve. They will often always have some difficulties, but they may not have a full-blown disability. So you might be able to support children to function better. I also want to say that a lot of neurodevelopmental and developmental disabilities are often because of the barriers in society. So let's consider a child who cannot hear. If everybody in their class knows sign language, this child is going to be completely included in their class.
Correct.
But what is happening in our society is nobody in the classroom can sign. So then we have to put this child in a special school. Supposing we had a child whose thinking was not, the child was 5 years and was sitting, was 5 years old, but was thinking at the level of a 3-year-old. If the teacher was able to adapt the curriculum and say, don't worry, people are learning numbers at this level, but I will give you a simpler worksheet. This child could still sit with their peers. So a lot of disability is because of environmental barriers.
Absolutely.
And I think it is for us as a society to think, how do we include all children? And I think you said something very, very important earlier, that society itself is enhanced when we bring people with a difference in.
Correct.
Because each of us can learn something, from a child maybe who doesn't speak. We can learn how they listen, because today we've forgotten how to listen.
Correct.
And a child who has intellectual disability, we see often are very, very affectionate. We can learn how to show our emotions, which many of us have now forgotten how to show emotions. So I think, how do we include children in society so that society itself is enhanced by their skills?
Absolutely.